Wyche. I'd like to begin with an opening statement from Coach.
You know, sad to see the season end from our standpoint. In my 21 years coaching, I've coached Division 3, 2, 1, Big East. This is by far the most unselfish group that I've been around. By far the most willing to sacrifice. So in the grind of a season, sometimes when you get exhausted and tired, man, never at one point did I ever think that I wanted this year to be over. I just wanted this season to go on forever. So I'm really proud of these two sitting next to me. When they committed to us, we weren't winning many games. And we've had a couple of good years in a row as they've been upperclassmen. So we owe them a lot. And my other two seniors, Chaz Patterson and then Kavan came on late, but he sacrificed for us too. So that being said, we weren't good enough to win tonight. Unfortunately, I thought we were good enough to win the tournament. I really did. But we weren't good enough tonight, and the flurry after we got those couple of baskets to start the second half. Obviously, we were feeling pretty good. They hit a three to get themselves going in half-court execution, and then we had some turnovers. Led to, I think, 8 points for them. And once they start feeling good and the threes are going, they're hard to stop. So you tip your hat to them. They're a good group. They're a good team. And the MAAC will have a good championship game versus Siena here on Siena's home court.
John, aside from the 17-0 run, pretty much matched them every step of the way after that. What was it in that stretch that may have gone wrong on your end, and how proud of you are you of your guys for the resolve and the fight to get back and make it a close game in the final minutes?
Yeah, it was such a quick flurry. I'm not even sure. I know we had a breakdown on scouting report. They hit a three, and then I think a couple in transition off turnovers. Our ball screen defense, for the most part, through the whole game was very, very good. But once or twice, they knew where they wanted to go with the ball. They knew what we were giving up, that skip corner pass. They got us on that once or twice. I think we forced them into that air ball, and maybe Washington gets the rebound there early, too, and gets the foul, makes one of two. So, listen, we had... we've been very low turnover this whole year, and we had 15 tonight and some costly ones, and you can't do that against Iona. You just can't. So, at the end of the day, they just, they were better than us in that stretch.
19 wins, your record is obviously indicative of perhaps a postseason opportunity, and you admitted you hope there's more basketball to be played. Should that opportunity come along and the school is to get an invitation, would you consider it?
Oh yeah, we'd be honored to get an invite, and we would definitely consider it. But that's something I would have to talk about with my administration, and then once that decision's made, obviously talk to my seniors about it. And then we'll talk and see where we're at.
Coach, in the first half, you had pretty good perimeter defense. Was that the idea to try to really defend Iona's outside shooting?
Yeah, I think they were 18-1 when they made more than 10 threes. So, you have to limit their threes. But at the same time, you got to get up there, and you can't let them play with you on the ball screen. So we were aggressive on our ball screens. That's been good to us all year. And a couple of times they beat us, but I think for the most part it was good. Then they start going into Washington, and then you have to decide if you're going to come double team him or not. And we kind of just wanted to change that up. Sometimes we came, sometimes we didn't. He hurt us a little bit inside. He was good. And then a few times they got us in rotations when he kicked it out. But when we got him in the quarter, I think we were pretty good. They got us in transition a little bit, and that second half. And we were right where we wanted to be a couple minutes into the second half, and then that flurry, it got away from us.
This question is for Coach. When you took Welton out, because it seemed like there was a turning point. When you took Welton out, was it because of the foul trouble? Or
Yeah.
Was it fatigue? Okay.
No, it was, he had the 3 fouls, and I don't even know what it was, 13 minutes or so to go. And I mean, we just said 4 or 5 minutes, maybe. I'm not even sure, and and then you look up and you feel like I got to get him back in. But listen, Sam Adobu has been really, really good for us off the bench this year. And I think he had 1 or 2 scores there, and he's made a lot of threes for us this year too, so, we have confidence in Sam, and we figured if we can, we still make a little bit of a run, and then Q would be fresh the last 8-9 minutes, and, yeah.
Coach, you guys worked really hard this season and made improvements as a program from the year before. What does this year as a coach mean to you going forward?
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about the returning players, for sure. We have a chance to be right in the thick of things again next year. We got some guys that have some talent, and then guys that sacrifice their games, this year that'll play a bigger role for us next year. But certainly, I'm going to miss these guys so much. Listen, I didn't want this season to ever end. I really did, and it's not just because of the second place finish, just because of who these guys are as people on and the sacrifice on the court and who they are as people off the court. St. Peter's community should be really, really proud of these guys.
For Trevi and Q, if the season does end here, what will you remember about this year and your 4 years with the program? And John, if you could follow up.
This year was really fun. The team was really together, and this might have been the best year that we had, where everybody was all in and just willing to give up their own game just to help the team win. And my 4 years here, I learned a lot, and it was really great, helping the guys and just being a leader, being the best I could be.
Same for me. My 4 years here have been very great. I want to thank Coach Dunne for the opportunity to let me play here and become a better player. And then going off this season, the team just made it easier for everybody. We all sacrificed, became team first, and it allowed us to win games and have a fun year.
Yeah, listen, I kind of already said it. I know all coaches are going to get up there and say, positives about their team and they're unselfish and all that, but it's not always the case. And these guys really, really sacrificed their individual games. Not just these 2 guys, but everybody. And I've never been a part of a team where everybody was willing to sacrifice for their teammate. And these guys were, and that's what makes the blow harder to not be in the game tomorrow night.
Final 2 questions in the second round.
Just going to ask Trevis. Iona was changing their guards throughout the game. McGill and Casimir, Severe, Cassell. What kind of a challenge was it for you that they were changing their guards frequently?
It's definitely a couple changes. You have Mudge, he's long, so you got a guy like McGill who's pretty quick. So I just had to make changes and just adapt. I think I did a pretty good job at handling the pressure. I had 1 turnover there at a crucial moment when they started their run, but for the most part, I just let the game come to me, and I think my teammates for that.
I guess as one more Iona-related question, what do you think that they did differently in the second half that allowed them to get the ball into Jordan Washington? What do you think they did to disrupt and to start scoring again?
They started making threes, and then when they're making threes, they throw the ball to Washington. It's like, do you want to come or do you not want to? And when they're hitting shots, it's really hard to stop them, especially Jordan Washington in a one-on-one matchup. And that's pretty much it.
Appreciate the answers from all three of you. Thanks.
Thank you.